Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, I hope I'm allowed to say happy new year in the month of June because it's been a while. I've been off YouTube for well over a year. So for those that are coming here for the first time, my name is Anne and I make dresses for children, for grown-ups. Today I'll be making an A-line dress for little girls. My daughters actually, they got invited for a birthday party, and usually because they know mommy can sew, they prefer the handmade dresses over store-bought dresses. So I got this this tie I had in mind to make was supposed to be with scuba fabric, but I couldn't get scuba fabric anywhere here, and I had this jersey fabric I got from Yaba. It's as thick as scuba and a bit stretchy, but it's not heavy. So I think this would do for what I'm about to make. So I'm making use of this white fabric, and like I always do, I draft my pattern before I cut on my fabric. So I'll be using this paper to draft, and I'm making use of my measuring tape, scissors, thread, ruler, and my curves. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, I would appreciate if you do so. Like, share, and if you enjoyed the video at the end of the day, please give me a thumbs up. So without wasting much time, let's go into the tutorial. So we'll start by drafting the pattern of the dress. So this paper is on fold. The paper is on fold, and on this fold I have my front and my back. I'll be using zip for this dress, so when I want to cut on the fabric, I'll leave an inch allowance when I'm cutting the back for zip installation. So first of all, I'll just make a starting line up here. Then I'll go ahead and take my body measurements. Now the dress length I'm working with is length 30. So I'll just take, I'm not adding allowance because we want it a bit skimpy, not so skimpy. So her actual length is 30. I'm not adding allowance for joining or anything, so that by the time I'm done joining, it jumps up a bit by an inch or two. So I'm marking length 30 here. And I'll mark on the other side as well. Now I'll join these 2 points together. This is my shoulder and this is the bottom part. So on my shoulder, the shoulder measurement I'll be making use of is 15. 15 divided by 2, that's 7.5. Mark 7.5 here. From this point, I'll take my neck width. I'm using 2 3/4 for the width, and I'm using 3 inches for the depth. For the armhole depth, I'm measuring 6.5 up here, and I'll measure on the other side as well, 6.5. Then join the 2 lines together, and here I'll be marking 7.5. That's half of the shoulder width, 7.5, and I'll join these 2 lines together. For my back neckline, I'm coming down by an inch. I came down by 3 inches for my front neckline. So I'll just join this to this and this to this. So this is going to be my back neckline and this is going to be my front neckline. From this point, I'll be coming down by half an inch to create my shoulder slope. So I'll connect this point to the neck line. Now on this armhole depth line, I'll be inserting the bust circumference. So the actual bust circumference is 28, and I'll be adding 4 inches to it. 4 inches to 28 gives us 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches. So I'll just mark 8 inches here. I'll still leave allowance for joining. So I'll mark 8 inches here. I'll mark 8 inches here as well. The additional 4 inches is just for ease because it's an A-line dress. So at the bottom of the dress, I'll be marking 12 inches. 12 inches. That is additional 4 inches to the 8 inches. I'll join this point to this and then to this bottom here. That is the 12 inches mark. Now from this bust line to the hem, I'll take the measurements. From the bust line to the hem, I have 22, and on this part from the bust line to the hem, I've got 22 and a half. So I'll be marking ½ inch off this, and I'll just join it to this. Now on this armhole, from here to here, I have 6 inches. I'll mark the middle of 6 inches, which is 3, and I'll come in by ½ inch. So I'll join this 3 inches to this bust here. And using my curve ruler, I'll join this ½ inch that I came in. This will be my front armhole. So I'll join it to the shoulder. Join this point to this and join this to the armhole. So this will be my front armhole, and this is going to be my back armhole. Now I'll just cut this pattern out. After cutting the pattern, I have 2 pieces. This is going to be my back, and this is going to be the front of the dress. So on the front, I'll still trim off the neckline and the front armhole. This part of the fabric is folded, and on this side is my side seam. So I'll just go ahead and cut. Now I have my 2 pieces for back, and I have my front. So I've gone ahead to cut my sleeve. If I have a video tutorial on how to draft your basic sleeve, so if you don't know how to draft this sleeve, you can go check my past videos. The first thing I'll do is to attach the shoulder, join the shoulders, come back and take my neck measurement so I can go ahead and cut the collar. I've sewn the shoulder. Now I'm going ahead to sew the side of the dress. I'll just go ahead to open the seam. I'll just open the seam up to give it this flat finish on the outside. I'm done ironing the seams. I just iron them flat because it doesn't fray. I didn't bother weaving it. So what I want to do now is to put the back neckline together, open the seam, put it together like this, and trace it out on a piece of paper. So this is how I'll cut the Peter Pan collar for the neck. I'll get the center point of the shoulder together with the center point of the other shoulder, put it together. This folded part, which is the front, will be here. Take it down. So here, this is the folded part of the paper and the dress, and this is it. So what I'll do here is just to trace the neckline. And this is the middle point. So from here, let me just make a straight line for the back and the straight line for the front. Sleeve marking. I don't want to stain the clothes, that's why. So then I'll take my measurement. From here to here, I have 4 inches. And from here to here, I'll just mark my 4 inches here and take it round. Now what I'm going to do is to cut this pattern out. the pattern out. Now, after tracing out on this front part, I want to create that Peter Pan shape. You can create it using freehand. You can use your curve ruler. You see. Now we have our collar. So I'll be using this pattern to cut the fabric because this is what I'll be using for the collar. So I've gone ahead to cut the collar I'll be using for the dress, and I used taffeta fabric as the interface. I'll just go ahead and sew the hem round, turn and notch the area before I iron down. I'll notch this area. I'll notch this curve, turn it and iron flat. Open up the seam, then match it to your notched collar and pin. Now on this part, this is where it stops. So by the time I take this one in for button, my collar stops exactly where the button will be sitting. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So after pinning my collar, I'll just go around and sew it round. After fixing the collar, before I pipe it with bias, I'll be attaching the sleeves. After attaching the sleeve, I'll sew this together. I'll join the back together and leave about 3 to 3.5 inches space for the button. So I'll sew from the bottom here all the way to this top, leaving 3.5 inch space before I attach the button. So guys, so far I've closed the back, and this is the opening, the neck area. So when I use my bias to clean up the neck area, I'll fix the button here. For the next step, I'll be adding my ruffles. I've cut a couple of strips, and each strip is 4 inches wide. Here, each strip is 4 inches wide. So I've cut enough because I'll be making 2 or 3 layers of ruffles at the bottom of the dress. So after joining the back, I just ironed it open. So I'll just turn this out to the front. Like so. I'll just leave this for now. I'll mark 2 inches mark from the hem upward and another one. So on that marking, I'll mark it all the way round to the back, and I'll be using either white chalk or a faint pencil, something that is not really visible because this is a white fabric. After marking it round, I'll go to my machine and start attaching the ruffles. Again, I'll be starting from the middle back. That was my starting point for the first ruffle. So for the second line, I'm starting here. So like I did the first time, I'll fold this in. This middle line, I used iron to fold the strip into 2, just to create this crease. I just used iron to fold this into 2 equal parts and pressed on it just for it to get. I didn't want to do any marking or any sort on the strip. That was why I used pressing iron. So I'll just fold this 1/2 inch in, match this middle crease, match it to the marking I've done on the dress, and start pleating. So I'm done attaching the ruffles 2 layers. For the bottom, I'll use hemming gum to iron it down. I'll use hemming gum to iron it down round. For the neck, I'll make a bias with taffeta. Then I'll use the taffeta to turn this neck, and I'll top stitch, turn this thing over and top stitch under. By the time I turn with the bias, I'll top stitch under the collar before adding my accessories, because I'm going to be accessorizing this dress with pink ribbon and pearls. So this is my bias, which I'll be using to pipe the neck of the dress. Take it round like this, and so. I'll be attaching a pink ribbon on in the middle of the Peter Pan collar here, and on the sleeve I'll make a very tiny pleat and attach some pink pearls there. At the end of the day, this is what we have. This is the finished look of the dress. I've gone ahead to attach the few accessories. This is 1/2 inch ribbon, and I put some pearls here. I've attached the button at the back, and this is the finished look. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and please turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.